This story is about one man, French President Emmanuel Macron, a self-proclaimed champion of democracy, although right now he's not championing it, he's butchering it. Macron has picked a new Prime Minister for France. His name is Michel Barnier. He's 73 years old and he's taken over from France's youngest Prime Minister. Now, Barnier has had a long career. He served as Foreign Minister, as Environment Minister, as Agriculture Minister, and as European Union's chief Brexit negotiator. So quite a long career. Perhaps he will make an able Prime Minister. Just one problem, though. His party doesn't have majority in France's parliament. Nor is it the largest party, or the second largest party, or the third largest party. Just look at the breakup. France's parliament has 577 seats. The biggest bloc is the left-wing New Popular Front. They have 193 seats. Second is the Ensemble Alliance, which is Macron's centrist political bloc. They have 166 seats. Third is the National Rally and its allies, the far-right bloc, with 142 seats. And fourth is the Republicans, which is the party of new Prime Minister Michel Barnier. They have just 47 seats. Now, the rule of parliament is quite clear. The leader with majority becomes Prime Minister. In France, the majority mark is 289 seats. No bloc has managed to reach that number, 289. So what does Macron do? Appoint a leader from the fourth largest party. The left is not happy about this. They have staked claim to the Prime Minister's position. They had staked claim, rather, but Macron rejected that claim. And legally he can. As president, Macron can pick anyone he wants for Prime Minister. But this decision could prove to be controversial. The left is organizing protests over the weekend. They have promised to fight this appointment.
The subject is that the president has just decided to officially deny the results of the legislative elections that he himself called for. And so the election has been stolen from the French people. The message has been denied, and now we're finding out about a prime minister that was named with the permission, and maybe on the suggestion, of the National Rally.
Now to the big question, can Barnier form a government? Well, Macron's bloc will obviously support him, and reports say so will the far right. In fact, the far right is the bigger winner here. Look at this report in the French media. It says Macron reached out to Marine Le Pen multiple times. He sought her advice to pick the Prime Minister. Now, Le Pen leads the far-right National Rally. She is a bitter rival of Emmanuel Macron. She challenged him for the presidency in 2017 and then again in 2022. And yet, Emmanuel Macron is leaning on her for help. What does that tell you? He sees the far left as the bigger threat. And he's tearing up the mandate to keep them out, to keep the far left out. And the worst part? This was all avoidable. France had a fully functioning government before this election. The Prime Minister, Gabriel Attal, a rising star in Macron's party. But in June, European Union elections were held, and the far right made significant gains. They got twice as many votes as Macron's party. So what did he do? He gambled France's political future. He called for a snap election. Everyone knew what the outcome would be. Either the far right would win or the parliament would be hung. Both scenarios meant a political crisis for France, yet President Macron went ahead with it. His false pride and ego plunged France into this crisis, and the people know it. Most of them blame Macron for the deadlock. Polls show that 51% of French citizens want him to resign. They too feel that the mandate was stolen.
Macron is a sore loser. That's exactly how I feel. He wants to have the upper hand when he's lost it.
It's boring. It's like a huge denial. It proves a lack of respect for the voice of the people. The majority of French people voted for the New Popular Front.
The left parties also agree they're looking at options to impeach the president. Chances are they will not succeed, especially if Macron is wooing the far right. But it does confirm a couple of things. One, the double standard. Macron is clearly misusing the mandate given by the French people. And two, the end of his grand ambitions. Emmanuel Macron's term as president lasts until 2027. He had big things lined up for the European Union. Things like a European army and a European missile defense system. But with this parliament, all of that seems unlikely. Macron will have to dedicate considerable time to domestic politics now. Even routine things like a budget will be a tug of war. It's an anticlimactic ending for a leader who was supposed to be Europe's next big thing.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital,